Republican Congressman George Santos can't seem to figure out which emotion he is feeling at any given moment. You see, recently, both on Saturday Night Live and, of course, on The Tonight Show, and pretty much every other late-night talk show, George Santos has been roasted by comedians. They have either had people impersonating George Santos or they've been making jokes at his expense. So, at the beginning of this week, George Santos gets on Twitter to act like he's totally not bothered by this. He's putting on a brave face. And this is what he says. I have now been enshrined in late-night TV history with all these impersonations, but they are all terrible so far. Jon Lovitz is supposed to be one of the greatest comedians of all time, and that was embarrassing. For him, not me. These comedians need to step up their game. Yeah, here's the thing. That's probably exactly the same thing somebody would say if they got their feelings hurt and wanted to pretend that they didn't get their feelings hurt. And for the record, no offense to Jon Lovitz, but I'm pretty sure nobody in America considers Jon Lovitz one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all times. Again, my apologies, Jon Lovitz. I do like you, but you're not one of the greatest. I mean, sorry, but you're just not. But one thing is very clear. Santos is loving this attention. He doesn't care if it's negative attention or positive attention. This guy is clearly reveling in it. He loves every second that people are talking about him. Except, of course, when Republicans are talking about him. And that's the second part of this story here. As I said, he wants to act all big and brave and bold and cool because, you late night comedians, you can come at me, but you can't hurt me. And then, a day later, Republican Senator John Kennedy from the state of Louisiana had this to say about George Santos. He's nutty as a fruitcake. That is why I called him a bunny boiler. I don't know if you've seen Fatal Attraction, but there are people like that out there. And this, not those late night comedians making fun of him, not Jon Lovitz's impersonation, which actually was really good. That was the line that apparently really hurt Santos's feelings because Santos had to respond saying this. I am saddened that a distinguished senator from the GOP, whom I've respected, would use such derogatory language against me. Language like that is hurtful and divisive and has no place in Congress. So the late night comedians are out there just beating the hell out of you, saying things far worse than John Kennedy. And you're out there like, doesn't bother me, y'all aren't even funny. Oh, I'm so big and tough. And then John Kennedy comes at you with a very mild attack that doesn't even make sense. Like, he's a bunny boiler, just like Fatal Attraction. What does that even mean? That's not even applicable in this situation. And then Santos is like, well, that one was really hurtful. That one was really, really hurtful. So see what I mean? Like, Santos can't say one thing doesn't bother him and then something far more mild does. It all bothers him, but at the same time, he loves it and doesn't want it to stop. So he will suffer the slings and arrows of all of these comedians and fellow Republicans going after him because he knows that the second it stops, that is when you need to worry. When those spotlights turn off and nobody's looking at you, then that means you're done.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.